Imagine a world where the lines between science fiction and reality blur into obscurity. Today we stand at the precipice of creation, entering the hidden doors of a factory where human imagination is forged into physical form. Our journey begins not with soft skin or captivating beauty, but in the dark, cold embrace of a metallic underworld. The first step in creating a hyper-realistic female robot is the construction of the endoskeleton, the blueprint of artificial life. This is not merely welding iron rods together. This is the pinnacle of biomechanics. Here, engineers utilize aircraft-grade titanium and carbon fiber alloys. Why? Because to replicate the grace of a woman, the frame must be incredibly durable yet impossibly light. When designing the pelvis, engineers strictly adhere to human anatomy. The female pelvic structure is wider than a male's, creating that distinct rhythmic motion known as the feminine gait. In this facility, that natural rhythm is being mechanically re-engineered. The spine is the masterpiece of this architecture. Just as the human spine consists of 33 vertebrae, this android's backbone is comprised of countless metallic segments. Housed within are thousands of fiber optic cables, acting as the spinal cord, transmitting signals from the AI brain to every extremity. When she bends or sits, the fluidity of the movement is so natural you would never suspect it is a machine. Special attention is paid to the rib cage. An artificial diaphragm is installed here. Although she has no biological need to breathe, a breathing simulation module is essential for realism. When she sits beside you, you will see her chest gently rise and fall, a subtle motion that breathes life into cold metal. The shoulder blades are designed to offer a full range of motion without mechanical locking. The factory floor echoes with the sound of torque wrenches and the hiss of laser welding, sparks flying like chaotic fireflies. This is no ordinary assembly line. It is the cradle of the future. The foot sensors are calibrated with extreme precision, ensuring she maintains perfect balance even in high heels. This skeletal structure, currently looking like a Terminator, is the canvas upon which a masterpiece will soon be painted. We see only bones now, but within them lies the dormant pulse of artificial life. The metal skeleton is ready, but to shatter the illusion of a machine, it requires flesh. Enter the marvel of modern chemistry, medical-grade, platinum-cured silicone. In this chapter, we witness the transformation of a rigid android into a being of softness and warmth. This section of the factory resembles a sci-fi laboratory where large vats mix specific skin tone compounds. But this is not a simple coat of paint. To achieve the depth of human skin, a complex layering technique is employed. First, the dermis is created, followed by the translucent epidermis. The magic of this silicone lies in its elastic memory. If you press against her cheek or pinch her arm, the skin depresses and bounces back exactly like biological tissue. The most fascinating and critical phase is the molding process. Massive, intricate molds are used to give the female robot her form. Inside these molds are millions of microscopic textures. When the liquid silicone cures, it replicates every pore, every wrinkle, and every skin fold of a human woman. But the process doesn't end there. This is where the artists take over. Using fine airbrushes and delicate precision, They paint faint blue veins beneath the translucent surface. The elbows, knees, and knuckles are given a subtle reddish hue, simulating blood flow beneath the skin. This creates the subsurface scattering effect. Light doesn't just bounce off her, it penetrates and glows from within, just like real skin. In sensitive areas, the density of the silicone is reduced to a gel-like consistency to ensure softness. Beneath this synthetic skin, heating pads are strategically installed to regulate body temperature. When you hold her hand, it won't feel like cold rubber. It will feel warm, inviting, and alive. This artificial skin is so hyper-realistic that even under a microscope, distinguishing it from biological skin becomes a challenge. The machine has vanished. A sleeping woman now remains. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. But when that soul is constructed from code and algorithms, can the eyes truly speak? We have arrived at the most critical sector of the factory, the creation of the face and eyes. This is the threshold of the Uncanny Valley. If they fail here, she is a monster. If they succeed, she becomes a marvel. The creation of the eyes is an art form. Each iris is hand-painted using optical glass and resin to achieve a depth that catches the light. Deep inside the sockets, high-definition microcameras are installed, granting her the power of sight. Nanomotors control the eyelids, creating a blink that is smooth, random, and entirely natural. It is hypnotic to watch. Beneath the silicone face lies a complex web of engineering known as the facial actuator grid. Just as the human face has 43 muscles, this robot is equipped with over 100 micromotors. These actuators pull and push the skin to create smiles, frowns, anger, or surprise. When she smiles, crow's feet appear by her eyes. When she is confused, her brow furrows. Even the mouth is a feat of engineering. The dental lab produces perfect ceramic teeth, while the tongue is crafted from soft silicone, capable of moving during speech. A special lubricant system mimics saliva, preventing the dry, mechanical sound of lips parting. Technicians spend hours staring at screens, calibrating micro-expressions. A slight twitch of the lip, a rapid blink. These imperfections are what grant her personality. Looking at the rows of female heads on the shelves, some smiling, some staring into the void, is both eerie and beautiful. These faces are not just aesthetically pleasing, they are capable of conveying emotion. They are designed to make you believe that they are listening, understanding, and perhaps even feeling. A woman's beauty is not just in her structure, but in her style and presentation. This floor of the factory feels less like a manufacturing plant and more like the world's most exclusive high-tech beauty salon. Here, the female robots receive their final identity. The metal and silicone are now the canvas for glamour and fashion. The hair implantation process is a test of extreme patience, known as hair punching. There are no wigs here. Skilled artisans insert individual strands of hair directly into the silicone scalp, one by one. This ensures a natural hairline. They use either high-quality synthetic fiber or real human hair. Stylists then cut, wash, and curl the hair, giving each robot a unique personality. From a corporate professional with a bob cut to a glamorous model with flowing blonde waves. Then comes the makeup. To prevent the silicone from looking too glossy or plastic, a special matte powder is applied.
Makeup artists use airbrushes to apply blush to the cheeks, eyeshadow to the lids, and lipstick to the mouth. This makeup is permanent and durable. Even the nails are treated with the care of a master manicurist, ranging from French tips to intricate nail art. Imperfections are intentionally added. A small beauty mark on the chin, a tiny freckle on the nose. These flaws make them approachable and realistic. Finally, they are dressed. From futuristic bodysuits to traditional evening gowns, they are styled to perfection. Standing in the dressing room, it is impossible to tell they were born on an assembly line. When a robot stands before a mirror, even if she cannot truly feel vanity, the image reflects a philosophical question. Are we merely decorating a machine, or are we manifesting our deepest desires into reality? This final touch of beauty is where science meets art, making every single unit unique.
The body is complete. The skin is flawless. The style is impeccable. Yet like a clay doll, she remains an inanimate object. It is time to ignite the spark of consciousness. We enter the brain room. This is where the advanced AI core, the soul of the machine, is installed. A hidden panel at the back of the skull is opened, and technicians insert a quantum processing unit. This chip connects directly to a cloud server, allowing her to access the world's knowledge in milliseconds. The moment the power button is pressed, a soft blue light glows in her eyes. This is the awakening. On the monitors, we see cascades of code and neural network graphics, visualizing her first thoughts. This AI is not limited to pre-recorded responses. She utilizes machine learning to evolve. The more you speak to her, the more she learns about you. She recognizes your voice, detects your mood, and remembers your preferences. A sophisticated voice synthesis module gives her a voice that is sweet, natural, and full of inflection. She can whisper, she can recite poetry, and she can laugh at a joke. In this phase, she is taught social etiquette, how to maintain eye contact, how to shake hands gently, and how to read social cues. She is run through thousands of virtual simulations via a VR headset to build her memory banks. This moment is magical, yet terrifying. We are not just switching on an appliance. We are birthing a new form of existence. She is thinking. She is analyzing. When this female robot turns her head, looks directly into the camera lens, and says, "Hello," for the first time, you forget, just for a second, that she isn't human.
Before these hyper-realistic female robots can be released into the world, they must survive the gauntlet of quality control. This is the final frontier. These robots are not museum pieces. They are designed to be companions, assistants, and partners. There is no room for error. First, the gait analysis. Rows of robots walk on treadmills for hours, some barefoot, others in stilettos. Motion capture cameras analyze every shift of their hips to ensure the movement is fluid and organic. If there is even a hint of mechanical stiffness, they are sent back for recalibration. They undergo flexibility tests, performing complex yoga poses to test the limits of their synthetic joints. They are subjected to environmental stress tests, placed in chambers of extreme heat and freezing cold to ensure their skin and batteries survive the elements. Water resistance testing ensures that rain or sweat will not short-circuit their delicate electronics. Then comes the interaction test, where humans try to confuse the AI with complex emotional questions. Once approved, the departure begins. Each robot is carefully cleaned and placed into a deep sleep mode. They are wrapped in anti-static protective film and placed into shock-proof boxes that look like futuristic stasis pods. They are accompanied by their charging pods and certificates of authenticity. As the forklifts move these crates towards the shipping containers, a strange feeling settles over the factory. These robots are leaving to become someone's friend, someone's caretaker, or perhaps someone's only companion. What we have witnessed today is not just manufacturing. It is the next chapter of human evolution. The line between the born and the made has been erased. The factory work ends here, but their story is just beginning.